Anyone ready?
Waiting for the certificate of appeal for Ms. Moore. She is next.
And for everyone who's here, if the jurors are here, then you're going to come back in the afternoon. And there's no need to approach the court coordinator and say, is it possible for me to not come back in the afternoon? Because you're coming back in the afternoon because everyone's supposed to be here at 9.
This is Moore.
All right. Manisha Moore. Court is calling 2025 CR 009091 State versus.
And right away, the judge makes it crystal clear, attendance is not optional. This is the courtroom equivalent of a teacher saying, yes, you are coming back after lunch. This sets the tone. It's structured, strict, and no excuses. Watch how fast the vibe shifts once Ms. Moore steps up.
This is Manisha Moore. Could I have parties announced for the record? All right. And are you Ms. Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You entered into a plea yesterday. The court accepted your plea. The court entered a legal sentence. Are you seeking to withdraw that plea?
Yes.
Yes.
State, the court entered a legal sentence. Are you asking or agreeing to the withdrawal of the plea?
Yes, sir.
And I shouldn't say withdrawal of the plea, but you're asking that the sentence be reconsidered.
Yes, sir.
And you all have reached an alternative agreement.
That is correct.
So the previous rights that the court gave you yesterday, those are still in effect. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So according to this new plea bargain agreement, the state is asking that you be sentenced under 1244, that your punishment be assessed at 21 days in the Bexar County.
This is actually a big legal moment. Withdrawing or modifying a plea after it's already been accepted isn't automatic. The judge has to agree, the state has to agree, and the defense has to justify it. The fact that both sides reached a new agreement? That means negotiations happened behind the scenes, and Ms. Moore is getting a rare second chance.
Jail, and there be $1,000 fine. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that the new plea agreement? Do you understand that to be the new plea agreement? And has your attorney explained that to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court will follow your plea bargain agreement. The court will find you guilty. Odyssey is a little bit slow. All right. Court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 21 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's $1,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with HEB in San Antonio, Texas. And there's to be no employment as a home health care provider. Is there anything else with regards to?
Here's a quick takeaway for viewers. When the judge says the court will follow your plea bargain, that means the deal is locked in. No surprises. Judges don't always have to follow plea agreements, but when they do, it's usually because both sides have crafted something they believe is fair and efficient. This is courtroom efficiency in action.
Sentencing? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Now that you have a felony conviction, you are not going to be allowed.
No contact orders and no employment restrictions might sound harsh, but they're designed to prevent repeat issues. Courts tailor these conditions to the actual facts of the case. In this situation, the judge is clearly trying to prevent another theft incident and protect vulnerable individuals. It's risk management, not punishment.
To work in any field that requires you to have a license. Your home health care provider, whoever you work for, they're supposed to run a background check. They're going to see that you have a felony conviction, and they're supposed to proceed accordingly. If they do not proceed accordingly, and if you pick up a theft case from one of the residents, what's going to end up happening is they're going to be sued because they're on notice, and whatever happens to you happens to you. You cannot go through life building your happiness off somebody else's misery. How old are you? You're 36. You know you're not supposed to be taking things that do not belong to you. And for an adult person to go into HEB, taking a Ninja smoothie machine that somebody tells me they're, I don't know, a hot item, that item is in the misdemeanor territory range. Like if there's the only theft you had, you would have been in misdemeanor court.
And now the judge switches gears from sentencing to life consequences. This is where viewers always gasp. The real impact of a felony hits hard. Losing the ability to work in licensed fields, background checks, liability for employers. It's a domino effect most people don't realize comes with a felony conviction. This is the real-world consequences chapter of every courtroom story.
The reason why you're in felony court for that theft is because you've committed theft 2 times before. And obviously, your career is stealing, and that's what you want to do. But what I'm telling you, steal again, you're going to have another felony. You understand? And as I said before, that home health care provider thing, you should not be working there. And people always want to know, why are you not letting me work as a home health care provider? And you know what? If you had a relative who was a child, who was in a facility where they're a vulnerable person, you would not want a felon taking care of them either. Home health care providers, for some reason, these companies have just decided to, we're going to hire anybody, we'll pay them $9 or whatever they're paying. And they just let anybody care for anybody's relatives. And then when stuff gets stolen, yeah, they'll fire you. And then you go to the next place and become another home health care provider. And nobody knows that there's a felon working with their relatives. And sometimes relatives don't care. They're just like out of sight, out of mind. Hopefully my relative is being fine. And then when items comes missing from their relative, people are like, well, did they really have it? They're suffering from dementia. Did they really have it? They really don't know what's going on in their life. So you are not allowed to work as a home health care provider. All right, good luck to you. Are all of them here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So
This is where the judge brings the hammer of reality. Repeat thefts turn minor shoplifting into a felony. It's not the item, it's the pattern. Whether it's a smoothie blender or a pair of socks, theft number 3 pushes you into felony territory. And courts view repeat offenses as signs of an ongoing lifestyle, not a one-time mistake.